Hey guys, what's up? This is Ghost from For Our Fallen. If you're wondering what FOF means, that's what it means. That's basically just the name that I go by for like a game dev team, I'd say. It's just me right now, but I'm definitely looking for more people. Um, so I had two videos before this, and they were basically talking about what this channel is going to be, some, upcoming projects, what I've been working on my main project, stuff like that. But I noticed that some of the videos weren't as good of quality as I wanted them to be, and some of the things that I said wasn't really what I'm doing now. I know in my first video for the introduction to my channel, it said that I was using Blender for my first project, and I decided to stray away from those types of programs, basically because I don't feel like I can get the full effect of doing whatever you want to do with your game. I feel like it's kind of got like a bunch of bars and then closes you in and makes you do things that you don't want to do sometimes, and some things that you can't do sometimes. So right now I'm working with C++ and Allegro. Allegro is the game library, and C++ is my main language. Um, so for my first video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a Pac-Man type game. Um, it's going to kind of have my own twist to it, and another thing you guys have to look out for is that I am not an expert at coding yet, but I can definitely make a Pac-Man clone, and I kind of want you guys to kind of come along with me and see my game development as it progresses. One of my main project that I've always wanted to do is going to be an RPG adventure. It's going to be in 2D, so it's going to have some Zelda aspects as well as like Final Fantasy 5 and Lufia and stuff like that. That's going to be the biggest project and the most important one, since I've been working on it for probably close to 2 years now. Not coding, but just all of the story structure, balancing the game, and a lot of that stuff. Just basically all the gameplay mechanics, all the storyline and stuff like that, and I just have to put it into code, make it a game. Um, Something else is that my videos are probably going to be 10 minutes long, probably, each one. I'm hopefully striving towards 10 minutes a video, but if that's not the case, then I'll let you guys know probably in the beginning of the video. Um, Another thing, I wanted to show my face because I noticed that a lot of programmers out there on YouTube, and I'm a StarCraft junkie, so I watch commentaries and stuff like that. People don't usually show their faces. I don't know if it's because they don't want to or something like that, but I've been thinking that it's a good thing to see the person's face who's talking. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, that's one of the reasons that I am recording this before I actually show you guys a little bit of the code that we're going to be doing for Pac-Man. I'm going to take it that you're going to be maybe a novice or intermediate coder, so I'll probably go through everything of the setting up process, and then I'm going to show you probably a little bit of coding in the beginning, and then second video is going to be completely flat out just coding Pac-Man, stuff like that. I am pretty new to doing tutorials and stuff like that. I wouldn't really say it's a tutorial, but it's going to be kind of half and half on the tutorial side. Um, so yeah, I don't know if you guys are looking really forward to that or what, but definitely I'm looking for a community. So if you guys can comment back on the video, or just comment on my channel or send me a message, something like that, just give me some feedback, and that'd be awesome.
Okay, what's up, guys? This is Ghost once again, and we are ready to code, I suppose. I know at least I am. I am ready to code, I hope. But anyways, so the IDE that we're going to start in, or at least that I'm going to be using, is DevCPP, which is Dev C++, of course, duh. But you can find it at bloodshed.net/dev/devcpp.html. If you want to learn more about it or get different versions of the IDE, you can just go to bloodshed.net and you can just figure out everything there. But this is the beta version. I use it There's no problems that I can tell so far. So that is what we're going to be using. Dev C++ 5.0 beta. You click on SourceForge, which is the linker to sourceforge.com, and you can get your own version of Dev C++ for you to code in. Anyways, so you can pause the video real quick if you want to, so you can catch up, so you can download this or whatever. But well, I already got it. So for everybody that has Dev C++ already downloaded, we're gonna go straight to the IDE. I have everything pulled up already, but I will go through with it with you. What you're gonna be needing to do is make a new project. We're gonna call it Pacman clone, which I already have up. And then you want it to make an empty project, and no, I don't want to make a new one, but you will go once again to new project, which is the orange little file looking thing over here. Click on empty project, make sure it's a C++ project, and then call it Pacman clone or whatever you feel like. I'm going to do Pacman clone because I like it like that. I don't know. Another thing that we are going to need to have is Allegro installed on our computer. And the reason why I like Dev C++ so much is that you can get it straight from the IDE. What you do is go under Tools, go to Check for Updates and Packages, click on that, and then select the DevPack server, which we're going to be using the Community Dev Packs. You are going to click on Check for Updates. It's going to download a little bit. And then the cool thing about this is, say you want another library to work with, like another game library. Well, it's easy with Dev C++ because you can check for your updates. So say you wanted SDL, which we don't, or maybe you do, but I'm going to be doing my Pacman clone in Allegro. So say you wanted SDL, you would click on SDL and click the download selected, and then it would go ahead and download it for you. If you want to learn more about what you're going to be downloading, you can click on the actual name, and then there's a big nice list, or I guess that's not so big and nice, but they usually are pretty packed in with a full of information. But what we're going to be wanting to code in is Allegro, so we're going to want to scroll down a little bit, maybe not a little bit, but Allegro will be right here. We're going to click on that and then click on download selected. I'm not gonna, obviously, because I have Allegro already, but once you click on download selected, that will pop up kind of a wizard for you and just download the whole thing onto your computer. It'll be really easy to find. They download it right into the Dev C++ files, so everything is good to go. The only problem is, say we want to start coding after we got all this done. Hopefully I'm not going too fast or I don't make too much sense, which that's probably the case most of the time. But what we're going to be wanting to do is include our header files. Oh wow, I just tapped out header totally. But we're going to want to be including our header files. So we're going to be wanting allegro.h, and then we're going to go down a little bit, make our main function. And Allegro is a little bit of a touchy game language, I have found out, or game library, excuse me. You really have to have things in a certain order sometimes, but we'll get to that later. Right now, what we're going to have to do is initiate Allegro. So Allegro, what is that, underscore, maybe? Hopefully, if I passed elementary, I don't know. Allegro and init. That will initiate all of the Allegro functions. I hope I am correct on that because I am kind of doing a tutorial, but not really. It is my adventure, and you guys are along with it. Anyways, after we get that done, we're going to want to have end of main at the end of main, just so Allegro can find out, hey, that's the end of the main. I don't know. Anyway, so after that, this is the cool part. Oh yeah, definitely black screen. But we're going to want to set up a screen, and what we're going to want to do is set GFX, which is for graphics, I'm guessing. What I use is GFX safe because that makes sure that no matter what, a screen will pop up. I don't know why. I haven't really done much research in it, but I can't get any other graphics mode to work on my computer. I don't know what the reason is. I probably should look that up sometime, but GFX safe means that, hey, this is going to run no matter what, probably. Probably no matter what. Most of the time, yeah, that. This is the screen width and the screen height. I hope I haven't mixed those around. Screen width, screen height. This right here is for cameras. I believe they're for cameras. I have not used much for the whole camera aspect of a game, but I believe these two parameters or arguments right here are for the camera. I set it to 0, 0. Basically, if you wanted to set them to like say 100, 100, or 300, 300. Um, yeah, I like boxes. Anyways, 300, 300. Um, what it would do is it would take 300, 300 of the screen, and then it wouldn't show the rest of the screen, so it'd show half, but not the other half. And when your character walks around, you can set your camera to your character. I'm not going to show that in Pac-Man, obviously, because we don't need it, but maybe a later game that we're going to make. Anyways, you can set your camera to your player, and when your player moves around, the camera follows you, and then it will show more of the screen as you move around. So that's a pretty cool thing. I haven't really done much with it. I am really new at Allegro. I am intermediate with C++. So that's enough of that. This will open up your screen. Another thing that you might want to do is, oh God, what's it called? Set the color depth. Jesus, I need to not forget things like that. Set the color depth. I'm believing that's the right one. If it's not, I am so sorry for that. Basically, what that's going to do is set a max color depth for our game. Yes, this is everything that you need just to kind of initiate Allegro. Now, what you're going to find out is that an error will pop up. Oh, wait, I guess not my error. Yeah, it will run through for me, but that's because I went ahead and did this already. You're gonna, okay, maybe I should not go so fast, but you're gonna right click on your project's name, go down to projects options, and then we're gonna click on the parameters tab, and then there's gonna be a linker box right over here. Basically what that's for is for your compiler to be linked to that Allegro um, library. So mine is this right here. Basically, I'm pretty sure you guys can find yours under devcpp and then look under their libraries or their lib folder, and you'll be able to find it. Mine is kind of weird and awkward. I don't know why it's like that. It's like libaleg.dll.a. I don't know why it's like that. I think it's because a weird zip program or an unzip program that I have on my computer, but that is mine. What you're going to be able to do is just go to your file, your .a Allegro file, and under the lib folder, and that will be how you will link it to your compiler. You will just copy and paste wherever that is right here. Enough of that though, but your program will run like this, and say you wanted to look at the screen a little bit longer like we all do. What you're going to want to do is install your keyboard. Really simple, simple command right here. You're saying you're installing the keyboard, so you're going to be using the keyboard later on in the program. So this is how we're going to be able to find out when the person is clicking a button on the keyboard. So we'll have install keyboard. Something else to do is going to be the game's while loop. So while key escape, and then we should probably make that so it's while this key is not pressed down, so we'll have the exclamation point over here. Run this, and it's going to be absolutely nothing because that is how pro we are. So let's run this. It'll pop up the box, as you can see. You know, you can press any of the other keys, and when you press escape, bam, it's gone. So that's something a little cool to start off on. I know this is getting really long, so I'm going to cut it short. Hopefully I wasn't too all over the place, which I think I was, I'm not going to lie. But I promise you guys I will get better as the days progress. That's about it, guys, and I will see you next time in the second episode of this. So hopefully we get a lot more coding done. I know this isn't a lot. I also have some already pre-made sprites since I have kind of done a half-ass Pac-Man clone. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys later on in my adventure.